There's four aspects that we teach, really, and on the mechanical side. The first one is teaching the understanding of what the inhale does, what the exhale does, what the pause does. So generally, the inhale upregulates the system, the exhale downregulates the system, and the pause allows for balance in the respiration or allows for balance in the mind-body system. Two is the understanding nose and mouth breathing. Some people have demonized mouth breathing, saying it's really, really bad. However, there is a time and a place for it. So it's understanding that it's not bad to breathe in and out through the mouth. It's just using it as a strategy.
The next thing that we follow on with more mechanical aspects. So we look at paces. We look at the different paces that people can breathe at, and we kind of go into a little bit of the paces that you would breathe at when you're, say, for example, jogging or running, right? And the way that I like to bring awareness to this is people will often ask, well, if I'm doing circular breathing, should it be slow? Should it be fast? And you can often relate this to, well, how would you be breathing if you were running, if you were jogging? And that gives people something to recognize. So if you're running, say, for example, a circular breathing session where you're giving them that experience, then you can give them the analogy of how would you be breathing if you were jogging or you're running. So you're giving them an idea of what kind of paces. And again, this is a mechanical aspect. The mechanical aspect has two sort of outcomes that you want from it. One is that they are learning to do the breathing. The second one is that the mechanical aspect also helps them to recognize that there's muscles that are involved in these different areas. And quite often we find if people have issues breathing or breathing dysfunctions, for example, that they may have some muscular issues. They might have some structural issues, some postural issues. And so this brings awareness to the physical aspect of their breathing mechanism. It's the same with the spaces. The spaces, you've got the lower, middle, and upper. Now, these aren't actual real areas that you breathe into. Like when you say breathe into the lower part, air's not just going into the lower part, right? It's coming down, but it's more of a mental construct. Again, the example here is, maybe getting someone to stretch the lower body, so stretch the legs versus stretching, up around the thoracic and around the arms and the chest. You're just giving someone a different area to focus on and bringing mental awareness to those areas. And again, training is involved here. So what I mean by training is, giving people a combination of moving their attention and awareness around their body during breathing helps them to also understand they can mentally direct breath into different areas of the body. And that becomes important later on, because many of the breathing interventions or pain relief, for an example, which we've used a lot, it's very helpful that people have that experience of being able to maybe, direct the breath into an area where they're feeling tension or pain. So this is another reason why we build on these areas as part of the mechanical aspect of the breathing.